Remember the Fisker Karma? Well, it's technically still alive, just with some plastic surgery and a heart transplant. This here is the 2021 Karma GS-6. So slight changes, actually substantial changes from the Fisker Karma. This now has a BMW-sourced 1.5-liter turbocharged inline 3. And to me, that is very interesting because that is the same engine that was in the BMW i8, which I had for 2 years. The key difference here is this is an extended range electric vehicle, whereas the i8 was a full hybrid. The engine would drive the wheels. This one here, the engine is a generator, recharging the batteries that run the pure electric motors. 555 horsepower and 563 pound-feet of torque, so those are hefty increases too. This also may look pretty familiar as the Revero GT, which is what Karma brought out. So it effectively is the same thing, just with a lower price. Revero is changing. That specific model line will differ in the Karma lineup. This is the GS-6. The GS-E-6 will be coming too as a pure electric, and there are 3 different versions: standard, luxury, and sport. This one here is the luxury, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. Crazy thing is, the sport will do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Around 360 miles of range, 70 mpg equivalent, a couple other numbers, but we've got this car today. Quick amount of time. We get to walk around the exterior, take a look at the design. We'll get inside it, take it for a ride with our Karma rep right here. So I'm sure he'll be able to answer some questions when I don't know the answers to them. But from an exterior styling standpoint, I mean, the Fisker Karma always looked really cool. That was like the best part of the vehicle, right? A Model S looked like a giant computer mouse, and it was different from everything else out there. Henrik Fisker was a designer. Now, Karma's gone and they smoothed it out a bit. You don't have like little mustaches up front. We got this cool carbon fiber piece here. It still just looks unlike anything else out there. The proportions, they look really nice. It makes the rear doors really difficult to get into. The trunk isn't the biggest, but this is all about the styling, right? It's somebody who can afford a luxury electric vehicle with a lot of cool technology, a lot of cool styling. This nice dark blue paint on the 21-inch wheels. 22s are optional, available too. With that, let's hop on the inside. We'll take it for a drive and see what it's like. We're now inside the Karma GS-6. So I've been in the Fisker Karma before, and that's over a decade older. So there's substantial improvements on this. This looks like a new infotainment screen?
Yeah, new infotainment.
New infotainment, and there's leather now and carbon fiber here, some suede. The steering wheel looks different too, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
The steering wheel still got kind of that diamond kind of triangular shape.
Yeah, they had like kind of 4 spokes before. Yeah. Now it's got the 3, but it's a little bit different.
The Karma badge is like a cool blue oval, like this little colored ring around it. Yeah. And then full digital cluster in the middle, which has some really cool textures in the background too. We've got showing 330 miles of range. No.
Starts with 360.
Starts with 360. 330. What does the 273 miles there for the gas say?
So on the right-hand side, you've got the total range.
Yes.
On the left-hand side, you can see down there, let's see what it says,
57 miles.
So that starts with 80 miles range. That's pure electric on the left. So if you're in stealth mode, which there's 3 different driving modes. So stealth, sustain is pure generator. Yep. And then there's a sport mode, which uses a combination of both. Sport mode. But if you're in stealth mode, that'll run down to about 0 or 1, and then at which time the generator will kick in and give you the power to the battery pack.
We've got window switches in the middle still. The still kind of spaceship-looking drive, park reverse neutral drive.
Yeah,
it's a little clip. The Prindo, yep, it's a Prind. There's no L, so it's Prind.
Just a Prind.
Start stop button, the Karma in there, circular air vents here, leather across the dash. Yep. Suede on the
11-inch touchscreen, and then this used to have on the older Fiskers, it was just a clear that showed the battery pack in here.
Like imprinted on it.
So that was a little bit different.
Actual usable.
Exactly.
Still, we have the front seats are fine. Like visibility is pretty good. It feels sports car-like. See the hood and the sculpted fenders and these giant teardrop shaped looking side view mirrors. The back, again, visibility out the rear window is very small. The back seats are still not that spacious, and headroom would not be great for somebody in my height. I once put 5 people in a Fisker Karma. 2 people were stacked, and that is exceeding the capacity. So I'm sure Fisker does not, or Karma does not condone that. I did it. I apologize. Don't call this a Fisker. These are now Karmas.
Karma GS-6.
Karma GS-6,
Thank you.
Soon the GS-E-6. All right, let's put it in drive. Ooh, make some noises. All right.
We actually worked with a sound engineering company to dial in all the noises here, and then there's a pedestrian warning at up to 18 miles per hour that's on the exterior, so it'll alert people in a parking lot situation or something.
We've got a front camera. I can see my R8 right in front of me.
We have 8 cameras.
8 cameras. So we get the surround view 362. Press that on the top corner. It generates a render of the Karma. Even the wheels are spinning. That's
keep cycling through, and then And it's a radar-controlled adaptive cruise control
Okay.
that we use that's got lane keep assist
So a lot of new
feature as well.
technology.
So it's kind of a level 2 plus autonomous type driving.
A lot of advanced driver assistance systems.
Safety systems,
Safety
for sure.
systems, yes. So regen again. Okay, so this is really interesting. Again, I had an i8 with the 1.53 cylinder, which is actually a Mini Cooper engine. So that little Mini Cooper engine has now made its way into 2 effectively 6-figure luxury electric hybrid type of things.
As a generator.
As a generator. Oh, and the i8 actually drove the wheels.
Oh, did it?
Well, yes, the i8 actually drove the wheels.
Yeah, this is a little bit different configuration.
Yeah, it had a little dinky battery pack. This is a 28 kilowatt hour
28.3. So.
28.3. See, I had one of the numbers in there somewhere. We'll get out of Road America. We're just doing street drives. This thing is still decently heavy, right? Like
about 5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds,
but
which is lighter.
It's about 500 pounds less than the original.
Yes. What's that from? Just removing something like the solar panel? And
well, I think the motor used to use GM EcoTech, kind of a bigger, heavier, noisier motor. So the downside with that, the battery pack is a little bit more efficient now.
Gotcha. Yeah, a little more energy dense probably.
And a lot of aluminum. We've obviously got carbon fiber. We also use reclaimed wood from California wildfires, which my wife thinks is amazing that we do that.
That's cool.
So, and that can be part of your trim features.
I mean, carbon fiber is on many vehicles now. Like you see it on like a TRX, which is like 6,000 pound truck.
Right.
But like it's ironic because it's a weight saving thing on something that's already 5,000 pounds. It's just like trim. I always laugh when people put like carbon fiber mirror covers on their cars and they just like glue them on. I'm like, you realize you just added weight?
Right.
You're not reducing weight.
I see that a lot.
So stealth mode, pure silence. If we go, so if I sustain is the charging.
Yes.
Sport. All right.
And
I'm
then
gonna
sport's a little combination of both.
Here. Alrighty. Okay, and the Karma GS-6. When I saw this was on the list, I was like, oh, cool, I need to check that out. Because when we were back in Arizona a couple months ago, we checked out JR Garage, their Fisker Karma, which was salvage titled because of a solar panel crack, a chip. This does not have a solar panel anymore, so ideally that doesn't happen.
No. And they're horribly inefficient. I mean, it's nice for marketing purposes, but...
Okay.
Hear the motor kick in.
All right. So this makes...
We actually tuned that exhaust note specifically for that noise.
It still is, it takes getting used to because it just runs to an RPM and just sits there.
Yeah.
It doesn't respond like you would an engine would because it's a generator.
Right.
But I mean, that was quick. That's
36
horsepower.
Or 556 horsepower.
555 horsepower, 536 pound-feet of torque.
That's right.
So does the Sport make a lot more power then? To be that much quicker?
No, it actually has 1,000 more newmeters. Oh, did you say torque? Yes.
Sport,
it makes more torque. 1,000 more newmeters of torque is
that's
what,
how you get the 0 to 60.
what gives it the 0 to 60 faster.
To 3.9.
That's right. You're right the first time. It was 536 horsepower, 550 foot-pounds of torque.
Numbers.
Sorry.
They're on the car.
There's a lot of numbers.
It's a lot of numbers. I'm driving like 15 to 20 cars this weekend, so I'm trying to remember all the numbers.
You can edit that in the bottom, right? Just put the torque and horsepower numbers.
Little asterisk. Every time we save, I'll have to pull it up. So sport mode, I can go back to stealth. Now the engine should cut itself off. 0, and we're in stealth mode. That's kind of funny. The tack in the middle, right, actually on the right side, will go to the singles place for RPM. It's at like 1,526 RPM. That is a level of accuracy I never knew for a tachometer.
All digitally.
Yeah.
All digitally controlled.
This is very interesting. It's cool to see that it's still like living on from the original intent of the vehicle, but it's been improved drastically.
It's a beautiful looking car, and I think to your point, I think you were talking earlier, but it's more of a grand touring, a grand sport type of a car. It's better on the open road. It's not really a track car where you're going to beat yourself up, but it's like a 2+2, obviously with the seating configurations. But it's a nice grand tourer.
Yeah,
it's planted. It's heavy, but it's planted. All the weight's in the bottom, obviously with the battery pack in the middle, a good weight distribution, weight balance, low center of gravity.
The materials are very nice. The fit and finish seems to be very good too. The design is definitely unique.
This is Bridge of Weir leather, which you can find on Rolls-Royce and Aston Martins and other high-end luxury cars.
Very quality.
Do the stitching, it's high-end, or all hand-built
so
for the most part.
I know you said it's still burnt, like reclaimed wood, but originally, like, it was all about, like, vegan interior, newspaper press this, and there were, like, little leaves imprinted.
Sure.
Like, now we've got carbon fiber, so it feels a little more conventional.
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all still. Like, it's definitely nice, and it'll turn heads. You will not see many of these out there.
You'll be in a lot of camera phone pictures if you drive this around for too long.
bet people are going to be thinking like, is that a concept car?
Oh yeah.
People ask me that with the i8 too. Goes, is that a concept car? I'm like, no, it's production. I bought it. It's real. Like, you can buy one too if you want.
A lot of looks from kids to adults, always wondering what it is, where'd you get it from, where'd you buy it? Even in California, I'm in Southern California, that's where we're based, but even out there where there's a bunch of luxury exotics, this still gets a lot of heads turning.
What does the right pedal do?
So the right pedal is for the regenerative braking, and you can see that in the upper right hand. So we've got 3 different modes of regenerative braking. 1 is the least, 2 is kind of the middle of the road, 3 is pretty aggressive. And you can feel it when you do it. It'll come to a complete stop when you're in adaptive cruise control. And one thing I tell journalists that are in and out of these press cars a lot is when you're in Regen 3, on the highway, as soon as you lift off the accelerator, the brake lights will come on. So to people behind you, it might look like you're brake checking them intentionally to kind of make them back off, which you're not, but it may upset some people from time to time.
So it's the level of braking that's so much that they have to actually hit the brake lights.
Yes.
Yeah, like I use one pedal driving.
Because it's almost like, exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
And on the all-electric version, the GS-6 that's coming out, we will have the true one pedal driving.
One pedal. Do you know, are you able to say when the GS-6 is going to be arriving?
The GS-6 will be out early 2022. Okay. We just passed crash. We're going through homologation in Europe and the United States right now. So that'll be out, start of production probably in June, July next year.
So it will look exactly like this GS-6, just be a pure EV.
Yes. Yeah, we're basically just removing the BMW power plant and adding in an additional battery pack.
All right, we'll turn it back around, head back to Road America. Again, we need to not monopolize this vehicle for the entire time because there's going to probably be a bunch of other people that want to check it out. But this has been very cool. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stealth mode. I'm going to go back into sport mode because that is more fun. The sounds are very pleasing. So you can still plug this in to charge too, right?
Yeah.
Plug in or...
And you could, it's level 3 charging, so the fast level, the DC fast charge, it charges about 35 minutes from 0, and then I've got a level 2 at home. I drive about 80 miles round trip a day, which should be plenty for this car, but I can plug it in at night, and you can dial it in from 12, like midnight to 4 in the morning to save some money on the rates.
See that?
With a level 2, and you're charged up in 4 hours.
That's something that's really nice. Something that with my i8, because the hybrid, I would rarely plug it in unless I was leaving it overnight because you'd get 17 to 20 miles of range. This here is actually usable pure electric range.
Yeah. I think for 80 miles, most people drive 6 miles round trip in a day, average commute. So, I mean, what do you really need? People talk about 300, 400 mile range. You don't really need that. And a car like this, it's not a big road trip, long haul type of a car. I mean, you're going to take your Suburban or your Tahoe or something like this, but if you're going to do that. But if you need to, like I'll drive to Vegas from Los Angeles or Phoenix, and if you run low on charge and you run low on gas, you just pull over to a gas station and fill it back up, so.
Okay, yeah, rear-wheel drive only, and you will get those tires to chirp with all of that. That's, I mean, electric, that you get instant torque.
Instant torque. It's like turning on a light switch.
Yeah. This is, I wonder if more manufacturers are going to try this kind of generator. The i3 had that with the range extender for the little i3. That was different from the i8, where, again, it did not drive the actual wheels, but I think Karma is currently unique.
I think it's a good bridge technology for people that are trying to warm up to electrics but don't want to worry about range anxiety or the infrastructure improvements that need to take place over the next decade probably to make it more conventional to get an EV. But so many states are going all EV now. They're outlawing, California just outlawed outside like lawnmowers and hedge trimmers and anything that runs on a motor outside. So it's going that way. But as a technology, this is good because it kind of lets people get comfortable with an electric car and plugging it in and level 2 charging, and if you need to do that, you can do it.
Regen braking.
Exactly. Instant torque.
So pricing, how much is this one as equipped?
So as equipped, I think this is 103. I'd have to check the Monroney as equipped.
But they start at right around...
And they start at 83.
83. Which is like 60,000 cheaper than the Revero GT started
than what it used to be. Yeah, we've taken a lot of money out of the system. The supply chain we've improved, the battery technology. We've got an interesting, unique partnership with our A123 battery supplier, which is also owned by our parent company. Just a lot of process improvements. The pricing of batteries have come down significantly in the last few years, so that enabled us to reduce the price almost in half of what this used to transact at.
Yeah. That is a huge price savings. I mean,
and it's right along lines of if you're looking for an electric car sedan, the Model S base trim level is right around $80,000. The Lucid Air base model that is coming out next year is right around that $80,000 price. So if you're looking for an all electric or a hybrid version of sedan, sports car, that's I think we're right in the game.
All right, I'm gonna do one more little acceleration run. Oh.
Whoa.
So the engine comes on and just goes to red line and sits there when you want max power.
Yeah.
That is very interesting for sure.
There's also like a track mode, a 0 to 60 mode that you can set a timer through the instrument panel too.
Now we're on the public streets.
Yeah,
we're
that's
adhering
right.
to all local and regular.
That's right, exactly.
This is cool. Thank you, Jeff, getting the first time to experience a Karma GS-6. If possible, I would love to spend some more time with this.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We're living with a Karma, a different take on the luxury EV, and definitely the best looking one because it does not look like a giant computer mouse. Thanks for watching.